Hello, my lovely friends. Today we talk about very unique and most precious 5 cent. The people laughed when this coin was first mentioned. Some said it's just 5 cents. Some said it's useless metal. But what if I tell you that in 1983, D. Jefferson Nickels sitting quietly in someone's pocket once shook the entire coin collecting world? And what if I tell you I am not joking, not exaggerating, and not playing with your emotions? This small coin has a story so powerful that collectors still whisper about it today, and many people still don't realize what they might already have at home. The year 1983 was a dangerous year for coins in the United States. Something happened that most people don't know. The U.S. Mint did not produce official mint sets that year, which means high-quality examples were never properly preserved. Coins went straight into circulation, mixed with rough handling, scratches, and damage. Now at the Denver Mint Mark D, and suddenly this coin steps into a different league. From that moment, perfectly preserved or error versions became extremely hard to find, and rarity quietly started growing. Now listen carefully, because this is where things get serious. The 1983 D. Jefferson Nickel weighs exactly 5 grams, made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, but some rare error examples were struck under abnormal pressure, misaligned dies, or incorrect planchets. These errors are not visible to untrained eyes, and that's why people spend them without knowing. But collectors? They hunt these coins like treasure, because one confirmed rare error can change a life. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary, but when examined under magnification, experts discover double dies, off-center strikes, weak strikes, or rare transitional errors. At that moment, the value doesn't stay 5 cents anymore. It doesn't stay $5. It doesn't even stay 5,000. Some extreme, one-of-a-kind error nickels have reached 6 figures and beyond. And when I say millions, understand this clearly. Only museum-level, unique error specimens with professional grading and auction history can touch those numbers. I am not joking. This is how the rare coin world works. People ask, is this coin powerful? Let me answer that properly. Power doesn't come from size. Power comes from scarcity, mystery, and demand. The 1983 D. Jefferson Nickel has all three. Millions were minted, yes, but almost none survive in flawless condition, and error coins are like ghosts. You hear stories, you see photos, but finding one yourself feels impossible until it happens. Now imagine this dialogue. Bro, it's just a nickel. No, it's not just a nickel. It's a key to a market you never entered. Collectors pay not for metal. They pay for history, mistakes, and rarity. And mistakes are the most valuable things the U.S. Mint ever made. If you're holding this coin right now, do not rush, do not panic, and do not listen to fake comments online. Most people don't know what they're talking about. Jitty batten par die and nadu. The first step is verification. If the coin shows unusual thickness, off-center design, doubling in letters, or strange weight variation, you might be holding something special. And yes, you can sell it. Coin auctions, eBay, Facebook collector groups, even private dealers. This is not fantasy. This is how real collectors operate. Why are people confused? Because they mix common coins with rare errors. Not every 1983 D. Nickel is expensive, but the right one can make headlines. The market rewards patience, knowledge, and timing. Someone once sold a rare error thinking it was junk. Another person later sold the same coin for a life-changing amount. That's the difference between ignorance and awareness. I am saying this slowly so it stays in your mind. I am not joking. Overnight wealth doesn't come to everyone, but opportunity knocks silently. Sometimes it looks like paper. Sometimes it looks like metal. Sometimes it looks like a 5-cent coin that everyone ignores. If you have this coin, stop being confused. Stop underestimating yourself. Learn, verify, and take advantage of what you already own. Because history has proven one thing again and again. The smallest coins often carry the biggest secrets. Coin number 2 is most unique and remarkable. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you sounds unreal, and people say it's impossible. But this is exactly why most people miss life-changing opportunities. I am talking about the United States of America 5 Cent Jefferson Nickel Liberty 2000 P, a coin that millions of people have touched, spent, ignored, and never truly looked at. And that right there's the mystery. This coin officially entered circulation in the year 2000 from the Philadelphia Mint, carrying the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson and the historic Monticello on the back, weighing exactly 5.00 grams. Solid copper nickel, small in size, but with a story that is far bigger than its face value. Now here's where things start to get serious. On the surface, the 2000 P. Jefferson Nickel looks normal, ordinary, harmless. That's exactly why it's dangerous to underestimate it. Because history has shown again and again that the most valuable coins in America were once called common. Pennies, nickels, quarters that people laughed at, until collectors discovered rare errors, special strikes, and unbelievable minting mistakes. And when that happens, prices don't go to hundreds, they go to thousands, and in extreme, certified cases, they explode into 7-figure territory. I'm not joking, and I'm not exaggerating for fun. What makes this coin powerful is not just its age, but what could be hiding in plain sight. Certain 2000 P. Jefferson Nickels are rumored and documented with rare mint errors, off-center strikes, double dies, wrong planchet strikes, missing layers, weak strikes, and unusual metal compositions. These are not things you see with naked eyes easily. These are the kind of errors that collectors, grading companies, and auction houses hunt aggressively. And when a verified error appears, the game changes instantly. Here's the part most people don't want to hear. Not every 2000 P nickel is worth millions. But some coins don't need to be common to change a life. They need to be different. One microscopic mistake during minting can turn a 5-cent coin into something collectors fight over. That's why people who laugh today are the same people who cry tomorrow when they realize what they spent at a grocery store. Confusion is expensive. Awareness is profitable. People ask, since when is this coin rare? The truth is, rarity is not always about low mintage. It's about survival, condition, and errors. High-grade coins in near-perfect condition, especially with confirmed mint anomalies, are extremely scarce today. Many were damaged, spent, or lost. The few that survived untouched are now being locked away by collectors who understand exactly what they are holding. And yes, I'm saying this clearly. I am not joking. There are collectors who will pay shocking amounts of money for the right coin. These coins are sold at major coin auctions, through professional dealers, on platforms like eBay, and even through private collector networks on Facebook. But here's the rule. Never rush, never believe fake claims, and never sell without verification. The real money comes when a coin is authenticated, graded, and proven. If you're sitting there confused, asking yourself why this matters, let me say this slowly. If you already have this coin, the opportunity is already in your hands. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need luck. You need knowledge. People stay poor not because opportunities don't exist, but because they ignore them. A single coin, forgotten in a drawer, could be a lottery ticket that doesn't expire. And let me warn you about one thing. Ignore fake rumors, ignore loud lies, and focus on facts. Not every story online is true, but not every unbelievable story is false either. The smartest collectors listen, research, and verify. That's how fortunes are made quietly while others are busy arguing. So before you scroll away, before you say, "This is nonsense," take a moment. Check your coins. Look closely at that 2000 P. Jefferson nickel. Weigh it, inspect it, compare it. Because history has proven one thing without mercy. The people who pay attention early are the ones who smile later. And if this coin is already with you, why stay confused? Use it, understand it, and let the rest of the world keep laughing until it's too late. Imagine this for a second. You're holding a simple 5-cent coin, a Jefferson nickel, dated 2003D. It looks ordinary. You've probably seen hundreds like it. But what if I tell you that this exact coin has been quietly talked about by collectors for years, and under very specific conditions, it can turn into something people call a life-changing coin? I'm not joking, and I'm not here to waste your time. So don't skip this, because the ending of the story is where everything connects. The 2003 D. Jefferson Nickel was released during a very interesting period in U.S. coin history. America was preparing for the famous Westward Journey redesigns, and the mint was under pressure to produce massive quantities of coins fast. Denver Mint struck millions, yes, but speed creates mistakes, and mistakes create legends. From that moment, some 2003, D. Nickels were born different. Most people spent them, a few people saved them, and a very small number became the kind of coins collectors fight over today. Now let's talk facts that most people ignore. A standard Jefferson nickel weighs 5.00 grams, made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. But here's where it gets serious. Some 2003 D. Nickels have been found overweight, underweight, misaligned, or struck on the wrong planchet. When that happens, the value doesn't stay at 5 cents. It jumps, sometimes hundreds, sometimes thousands. And in extreme, authenticated cases, collectors have paid 6 figures. People hear that and say, that's impossible. That's exactly what makes it powerful. Collectors don't chase normal coins. They chase stories frozen in metal. A 2003 D. Jefferson nickel with a major mint error, sharp strike, double details, or dramatic die crack becomes unique. One of one. And when something is one of one, the price is no longer controlled by logic. It's controlled by desire. This is why auction rooms go silent when such coins appear. This is why bids climb fast. This is why people who once laughed later regret it. Let me be clear and listen closely here. When people say, this coin could be worth millions, they're not talking about the average pocket change nickel. They're talking about the right coin in the right condition, with the right error, authenticated by professionals. There are documented cases where rare nickels and similar modern errors shock the market. So no, this is not a joke. And no, this is not fantasy. It's a waiting game most people don't even know they're playing. Here's the part that makes people uncomfortable. These coins don't announce themselves. They sit in drawers, old jars, coin rolls, wallets. People get confused because they expect treasure to look shiny and loud. But real treasure is quiet. If you already have a 2003 D. Jefferson nickel, the smartest move is not to ignore it, not to clean it, and definitely not to throw it away. Confusion is expensive. Awareness is profitable. And yes, if you ever discover something unusual, you have options. Serious collectors sell through major coin auctions. Others use platforms like eBay. Some even connect through collector groups on Facebook. But the rule is simple. Authentication first, excitement second. The moment a grading service confirms a rare error, the conversation changes. People stop asking, is it real? And start asking, how much do you want? This is why people who understand coins say one thing again and again. Don't listen to random noise. Don't fall for fake claims. But also don't underestimate what you already own. The 2003 D. Jefferson Nickel represents a moment in U.S. minting history where speed, pressure, and transition collided. That's how rare things are born. Quietly, unexpectedly. So if you're still watching this, ask yourself a simple question. Why are you confused that the coin might already be with you? Why hesitate when knowledge costs nothing, but ignorance costs everything? Check the date. Check the mint mark. Check the weight. Look closely, because sometimes the difference between 5 cents and a fortune is not luck, it's attention. And remember this, I'm not here to hype nonsense. I'm here to tell you that history doesn't always sit in museums. Sometimes it sits in your hand, waiting for the right moment to be understood.